Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all. My name is Rahimi Bin Mohd Shariff. I will be presenting about my research progress presentation with the entitled Development of High Density Polyethylene (Hdpe) with Hydroxylated Pump Stearin as Plasticizer in Biohybrid Resin. My supervisor is technologist Dr. Noor Azini binti Ramli and Dr. Istiqomah binti Subuki. This is the presentation outline of my research, which is starting with introduction of the study, followed by research gap and significance of the research objective, research methodology, preliminary result, Gantt chart, status of publication, status of thesis writing, and the planning for the next semester. I would like to introduce of the study in my research. So, the first pie chart shows the distribution of total polymer produced. It shows that HDPE, which is 70% of the total polymer produced, have become one of the top 3 synthetic polymer produced in the world. Currently, synthetic polymer have become an issue because its of degradation of the synthetic polymer become issue on the waste disposal. So, to overcome the degradation issue on the waste disposal, polymer blend have been introduced on the polymer resin usage, which is polymer blend is to use to develop of new polymeric material by mixing of polymer and other material and giving a unique properties. Basically, polymer blend consists of plasticizer, compatibilizer, and filler. So, the first one, plasticizer is used to improve the material flexibility and reduce the usage of synthetic polymer, which is HDPE. By mixing up the plasticizer and the HDPE, we can improve the material quality and reducing the use of HDPE. So, the chosen plasticizer in this research is hydroxylated pump as the main plasticizer, which is the biodegradable base. And then the second one, I will using the compatibilizer in this blending. So the role of compatibilizer is to enhance the material blending, also to improve the material properties such as mechanical properties. So compatibilizer was used to reinforce the blending between the main polymer, which is HDPE, and the plasticizer, which is HPS. And the last one is filler. The role of filler is to enhance the material stiffness, meanwhile to reduce the material cost in resin production because of the price of the filler is very cheap and affordable. Currently, most of the resin manufacturing using filler as one of the compound in the polymer resin. So the chosen filler in this research is calcium carbonate, and the benefit of calcium carbonate, it can provide white color and increase the elasticity of the material. In this research, I'm focusing on the palm oil-based plasticizer, which is hydroxylated palm stearin. So, the palm oil structure contains unique fatty acid and triglyceride composition. As mentioned in the figure above, there are two types of structure, which is the first one on the left side is the general palm oil structure, and for the second one on the right side is the fatty acid structure that exists in the palm oil. The first one is the stearic acid, the second one is palmitic acid, followed by myristic acid, oleic acid, and linoleic acid. So, as the pump have been throughout the pretreatment, it will produce for the hydroxylated pump which is the main plasticizer of the HDPE in my research. So, palm oil-based plasticizer is high in iodine value compared to other vegetable oil because the other vegetable oil is low in iodine value. This is the benefit why the researcher or author are keep using for the palm oil-based plasticizer. And currently, there are no polymer matrix that consists of palm oil and HDPE in a single blend. In this section, I would like to explain about the research gap and the significance of this research. So, on the research gap, I would like to explore about the ability of the hydroxylated palm stearin or HPS to plasticize the HDPE in polymer blend, and then followed by the detail on effect of HPS addition in HDPE blending on polymer resin strength, and the last one, the optimum formulation of EJA biohybrid resin. So for the optimum formulation of EJA biohybrid resin is consists of HDPE, HPS, PEMA, and CC. Then for the significance of the research, this Research can be contributed for the reduction of Hdpe waste and followed by the high strength of resin produced to replace of current synthetic Hdpe resin. And the last one is to utilizing palm stearin, which is the waste of the palm oil production, as one of the plasticizer in order to reduce the use of Hdpe in the polymer industry. This is the research objective of my research. The first one is to study about the effect of HPS in Hdpe blend with the addition of PEGMA as the compatibilizer. The second one is to study about the physical and mechanical property of Hdpe HPS PEGMA blend with the addition of calcium carbonate as the filler. And the last objective is to comparing the upscaling of hijau biohybrid resin of onto scale, which is the first one is for the laboratory scale resin and the second one is the manufacturing industrial resin. So we are looking on the physical and mechanical property comparison, whether it have changed or not for the both resin on different scale of production. Next, I will explain about the research methodology of my research, which is they are divided into four categories, which is the first one, laboratory scale resin blending. The second one is hot press sample preparation. The third one is sample analysis, and the last one is upscaling process. So currently, I have proceed on the laboratory scale resin blending, which is sample preparation, and I have been start for initial for hot press sample preparation. A few testing have been done to obtain the optimum hot press result. And the last for the next proceed, I would like to proceed on the sample analysis on the next semester, which is for mechanical properties, surface morphology, and properties. As an addition, for the analysis of FTI, I have been done on this semester. And then for the raw material of this formulation, I've been used HDPE as the main synthetic polymer and HPS as plasticizer, PEGMA as the compatibilizer, and calcium carbonate as the filler. For the next one, I would like to show the preliminary result for the HDPE HPS PEGMA CC formulation, or known as hijau resin. So the first one is image of the produced resin from HDPE, HPS, PEGMA, and calcium carbonate. So on the first row of the image is shown the formulation of different amount of HPS in the formulation, and then on the second one it show the addition of different amount of PEGMA, which is compatibilizer, and the last one show the different addition amount of calcium carbonate or the filler. So the optimum formulation that have been shown out is HDPE 80%, HPS 20%, PEGMA 6%, and for the calcium carbonate 20%. And then for the second one, it show the result of dot bone specimen for the tensile strength analysis that have been produced from the hot press methodology. On this section, I would like to explain about the preliminary result of FTII measurement. So I have done for the analysis of Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy, or known as FTII measurement, on the calculation of the formulation of HDPE, HPS, and the blending of HDPE, HPS, and PEGMA. So from this result, it's shown that the material in the composition show a few change as it be mixed and blend. So this data collection should be proceed for the addition of the calcium carbonate, which is filler, to observe overall change of the composition throughout the change of the bond. On this section, I would like to explain about my Gantt chart. So currently we are on the first month of the 2024, which is January. So I have complete up to prepare all 9 type of my sample with different formulation. So for the next plan, I would like to proceed on the analysis testing on surface morphology, mechanical property regarding tensile strength, elongation at break, and young modulus. And the most major planning of from the Gantt chart is I would like to publish of my next paper on September of 2024. On this part, I would like to update about my status of publication. So, I have presented one paper on 16 November 2023 in the International Congress on Engineering and Technology ICHET 2023. So, my paper entitled Thermoplastic Starch Aloe Vera Polyethylene TPS AVPE Film Characterization with Different Type of Compatibilizer. I have been uh, the best presenter for the paper presentation, and currently I am in progress for publication on the material today or elsewhere on this paper. And then for the next publication plan, I would like to publish my paper on 11 Conference of Modification, Degradation, Stabilization of Polymer Society, also known as MODES 2024, and it will be held on 1 until 4 September of 2024. This is the status of my thesis writing. So for the chapter 1 is explaining about the background of Hdpe waste and pump steering utilization in order to develop the Hijau Biohybrid resin. So from the status of the chapter 1, I have completed for the defending research proposal session that will be held on 24 January 2024. Then for the chapter 2 is explaining about the role of HPS, PEGMA and CC in the Hijau Biohybrid resin, which is also about the upscaling of polymer resin manufacture processing. So the status for the chapter 2 is having completed for defending research proposal session on 24 January 2024. And for the chapter 3 is explaining about the resin formulation analysis and upscaling methodology. On chapter 3, I have completed for defending research proposal session on 24 January 2024. And the last one for the chapter 4 is explaining about the result of the resin formulation blending and also specimen preparation for the mechanical property analysis. So on the chapter 4, I am currently proceed on data collection on all type of analysis. Lastly, this is the planning for the next semester on my research. The first one is on data collection. So I would like to proceed on data collection of mechanical property by April of 2024. Then for the surface morphology by June 2024 and the thermal property by September 2024. The next one is for the publication. Uh, I'm planning to have one publication of my paper on by September 2024. And lastly, for the thesis rating, I'm planning to complete up from chapter 4 up to 60% by the end of the next semester. And I would like to update in literature review regarding on the iodine value effect on HDPE HPS blend, because the iodine value have been highlighted as the main structure that affect the plasticizing ability of the HPS. That's all for my research progress presentation. Thank you.